Yo,
It's the
yo, my
same.
sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett,
Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett.
uncensored on the internet, with episode 75 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, co-hosts of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
Here's Matt Clark. He's one of the finest gentlemen that ever lived.
Howdy, howdy.
The Pouffe Pousse, Geotrix.
Hello.
And coming back for his second rendition, we just ran out of time last time. We reached the end of our limit, and it was like there's just still so much more we want to talk about. We asked Chris if he'd come back on for a second one, and yeah, he was keen to do so. So welcome back, J-Ron, Unreal Chris. As you've got two fan bases there, so you've got to get them both in, so everyone knows who you are.
Yeah, so I think I've got a couple of Hive accounts. So everyone sees I've got my battling account, which is PFork, which is PFORK. That's my main battling account on Hive. And then I've got JRon, which is like my main account, and then Unreal Chris J is all my Instagram and PT and coaching stuff. So yeah, I've been a few places on the internet. So yeah, most people know me as Chris, at least still though.
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
Okay.
So Chris was mentioning in the preamble that he matched with a young lady on Tinder. So she mentioned something in her bio about red flags, and he's replied back with a witty line about swimming between the red flags. So I've obviously been well and truly monogamied for 17 years. So I'm trying to live vicariously through young Chris over here. So we've asked that he keep us up to date throughout the show if there are any sort of responses or
that's if she replies to that
yeah,
line.
But I'm on tenterhooks and I want you to just tell us. All right,
you're on Tinder hooks.
Yes. When the phone's right next to me, I'll let you know if she replies to that line.
There we
It's
go.
pretty fun.
We're waiting for the ding.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess she's put on her bio that she has a few red flags herself, like pre-warning me. And so I just said I'm good at swimming between the red flags, and the rest may or may not be history. We'll find out.
Just as a bit of context, I'm not sure. Would anyone other than Aussies know what it means to swim between the flags? Is that an Aussie thing?
I think so. I think that's universal.
When you go to the beach and then you're not allowed to swim, so you think in every other country they don't have rips, like where people die in the wave. It was like, I think we're not that lucky, surely.
True.
No, maybe they watch that Bondi was the TV show, like
Baywatch. They had flags on Baywatch, didn't they?
Did they?
Like the old school, like slow motion running, Pamela Anderson. Surely there was some flags.
Remember.
Like, don't swim outside the flags.
There were especially red flags.
But do they have strop? That's do they have strop?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's
It's a
strop?
question to the audience.
We've got two young'uns here. Matt, you know strop, yeah?
No, I don't know, Strop.
No? The Paul Hogan show.
Like early days.
Yeah, the Paul Hogan show. So Strop was this lifesaver. He had the hat on and stuff, and but he was like a total like meathead. But that his character, like it was a comedy skit show. So
Like Eric Banner or something.
Yeah, Eric Banner, but just 20 years earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like the Fast Forward or Comedy Company, just half an hour of short comedy skips.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
My name's Nigel, 11 years of age, 12, rides around a skateboard, German helmet, and like doing shit. But this Strop character is a lifeguard, and he always used to do this.
Okay.
Like practicing for the the line going out to the skid going out into the ocean.
Okay. It slightly rings a bell. I'm almost old enough to remember some Comedy Company episodes.
Right.
Fast forward. I used to have some on VHS that we recorded on TV, and we watched it like full frontal.
Well,
Um,
full frontal.
and
Yes.
then
Yes.
a lot of my adult persona is built on Milo Kerrigan.
Okay. Yeah.
The boxer, you know, and
Yeah.
he's got no neck.
Oh,
And
Sean
Colin
McCullough.
Carpenter. Colin Carpenter. What's your name? Colin.
Con the Fruiterer.
Con.
Con the Fruiterer.
Yeah, there was Con the Fruiterer and
Yeah.
Colin Carpenter. But what's your
Okay,
name? It's
yeah.
like Colin. Like really, I was, Colin.
I don't
Like
remember all of them.
Splinterlands.
Thorns.
I don't remember all of them, but I remember a couple. They were
Yeah.
the two outstanding ones, I think.
And for our international guest, Paul Hogan, you'd know from Crocodile Dundee. Well, he started off like in the 70s with Australian comedy skit show. And the theme music for his show was the Winfield ad, which that Winfield ripped from a classical piece of music. Back when cigarette smoking advertising was on television.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the Winnie Blues, the classic
wow.
Aussie
Yeah,
bogan.
Yeah, I think I'm not quite as old as you, but I can remember little snippets of
You
it.
think?
I hit 58 this year, so I've got
58. There you go.
longer memories
Yeah, I
of
got 24 years to catch up. So,
back when PC wasn't a thing at all. There were no personal computers or political correctness.
Oh,
PC
okay.
just did not exist. Kingswood Country, case in point, shows like that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of all the political correctness stuff that's going on.
It's just control. It's control.
Yeah, it's just trying to
Censorship.
stop me from swearing on stream, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or having a laugh. To control what is funny. Okay, some things aren't funny, but like if you just when you laugh, the muscles in your face, the endorphins that it releases into your body makes you feel good. Laughing is good medicine. So got to control what you're
Finding
allowed
something
to
funny,
laugh at.
very subjective. Like what I find funny, you may not. You know what I mean? Like who gets to decide what comedy is? Like
your traumas decide what comedy is to you usually.
yeah.
And whether or not you've dealt with them properly.
True.
The old formula
in the last episode, I think I dealt pretty well with all my traumas, so that's why I find
think you
most
did
of them
really well.
pretty amusing.
Yeah. There's the old formula for comedy: tragedy plus time.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the saying now. Oh, was it too soon?
I feel like you've got to get straight to the humor almost instantly.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, otherwise, you spend too much time getting butthurt about things. So
yeah.
So I've got I don't know if I told you guys last time, I'd signed myself up with the new boxing coach for now. So I should have a fight either in 6 or 12 weeks, depending on how my camp goes.
Cool.
So talk about choosing your battles and picking some new trauma. Either I'll have a highlight reel or someone else will have a highlight reel with me on it, and I'll have to learn to laugh at that pretty quickly as well. So
best of luck, Ben. I mean, where can we watch that? I mean, for anyone who wants to know.
So I'm not sure if there'll be like a streaming of the event or anything like that. I haven't picked out an event or got an opponent yet. I've just got to start working with this coach now and see where I'm at. I think my skill set is pretty solid. Just really need to kind of grow with that coach. And when he says do this, I got to know what that means and all that sort of stuff. But so chances are should be 6 to 12 weeks before I'm getting in there. Just boxing this one. And depending how I go with this boxing one, then maybe another boxing one after that, or going into Muay Thai, or probably not Muay Thai, most likely either boxing or MMA. So
probably MMA. That's fun. Yeah. That looks good.
So I had a few of the people in the Splinterlands TV chat yesterday. Some of them are big guys. They're like, I'm like 6'8", 140 kilos or something. I'm like,
heavyweights.
But
you never see that because everyone's sitting down.
I was like, hey,
when people are sitting down, you've got no scale of judgment.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 110 kilos and about 6'2", 6'3" ish, depending on who's
She.
measuring. So if the UFC was measuring my height, they'd tell everyone I was 6'6".
Yeah.
Because you know they embellish a little bit. You know, so but I'm like 188 centimeters, so about 6'1.5", 6'2", if we're being pretty strict with it. And yeah, 110 kilos, so that's like 242 pounds. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. I'm probably gonna have to fight
What weight
someone.
range? What
Yeah,
range is
that's
that?
heavyweight.
It's
But if I want to
heavyweight.
go one weight down, I have to get down to 92 kilos, which
Weight cutting.
yeah, so it's not gonna
Is
happen.
Chris gonna do it?
Definitely not. That's 18 kilos in 6 to 12 weeks. I don't want to do that. I'll be walking around like you won't even recognize me. I'll be like,
You'll be sunken Sally.
yeah. So anyway, that's gonna be fun. Because we're used to all our monsters battling on Splinterlands, and we're not doing any battles ourselves. So I'm jumping in there.
Awesome.
It's fun. It sounds
Well,
good.
I'm undefeated. I've won every fight I've ever been in by at least 100 meters.
That's good. I was wondering how you stayed married so long. So is that the trick, is it? She starts picking a fight, you're like, I gotta go to work, honey.
Yeah. I work from home, so I don't know. I just
Oh,
know
damn it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
No,
my
I'd be-
phone-
You and I are the same height, but I'd have 25 kilos on you, I reckon.
oh,
None of it muscle.
Nah, that's all right. Heavyweight, you sling those arms. If that connects, anyone's in trouble. If you sling,
Yeah.
as soon as you learn to swing those arms around, so
it's
you gotta
mostly
be
knockouts
pretty-
in that.
you got to be pretty careful. You know, you don't have
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can have a lot of technique, but if you've watched the UFC and watched Francis go at it, he just slings his knuckles around, and if anything touches you, you're in trouble. So he's gotten
That's how-
cleaner in some of his fights, but yeah, definitely just swings his arms around a little bit. So I mean, I feel like you could jump in as well at any point.
You can do enough fighting for the both of us, I reckon. You
Yeah.
can carry us. You carry us.
Yeah, well, I need a Splinterlands tattoo across my shoulders. I get in the ring. Everyone's like, "What's Splinterlands?"
Yeah, advertising. Chris is advertising for Splinterlands.
That's it.
Sponsor me.
I have purple DEC colored shorts as well.
Nice. Like,
You have
be able to
SPS like right here. SPS. You got
Face tattoo.
like the DEC.
Yeah, so anyway, that's going to be a bit of fun. And yeah, I was always trying to mix it up and have something else interesting going on. So I've got a show this weekend. So I think I told you guys I do the topless waitering, and I used to do the male entertainment stripping stuff all over Australia and New Zealand. I did that for a couple of years for my mate's company. So that was a good laugh. Learned a lot about the fairer sex. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting experience. But yeah, I hung up the dancing shoes about 6-7 years ago now, and so then I got a message from a friend who's been doing it ever since, but he's moved up to the Gold Coast and at a new agency, and they're like, "Oh, we need more guys. I was like, I'll think about it. I'm trying to do everything above board on the straight and narrow, be a professional a PT, doing laboring, just trying to be an adult and do adult things. And then the life kept knocking and calling. And so now I'm going back to, a little bit of partying on the weekends, but, you get paid to it, go to do these shows and stuff. So
It's your calling.
yes. What was that?
It's your calling.
It's my calling. I don't
if
know,
it keeps
maybe.
knocking at the door, you just got to open it at some point.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
I
I think
mean,
if you
damn
put
it,
in the hard
right?
yards, you put in the hard yards to build the physique, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
So you could sit at home on Saturday night on your couch, or you could go out and make a fistful of money.
True.
Now you've got an option I don't have because I didn't put it work in on the physique, right? And why not? It's just you're just wasting resources sitting on the couch.
That's true.
Yet.
True.
Yes, absolutely. Yet.
Well, speaking of wasting resources, I bought a GLX node, right? And it was just sitting in my account for the last 2 months without being staked. So I didn't get any staking rewards. So, I'm really good at not utilizing the resources that I have.
Oh, that must have. Oh no.
So
What made you think of it?
Hey?
Yeah.
What made you think of it?
So I checked the staking screen for the GLX stuff, and then it kept saying node stuff. It was at 0 all the time. I was like, why is it still 0? Has it started yet? Has it not started yet? And then I clicked in, and then I went out of the Genesis League goals into the Genesis League sports thing, clicked on the voucher thing, and it said stake. And I was like, jerks. Why didn't you tell me this? Like, there's no posts about it. No one tells you anything. In Splinterlands, you don't have to stake our nodes, so there's definitely been a
course,
switch up.
You have a card in GLX. You are a coach.
I'm a coach card. That's true. I am a coach card. We should pop that up in the thing later.
Yeah.
So I'm a coach card in the game.
I mean, you could show us now while you talk about it.
How do I show you now? I don't know how to do that.
There's a green button at the bottom of the screen which says screen share or share screen.
I better close all my adult windows then.
Yeah.
Or we can dig it up in the 5-minute break in the middle and go into it in the second half.
I'm just clicking across now. Show all. There we go. There we go. There he is. Okay, so if I'm going to hit F11 so it goes full screen. And then I can go back to this and go screen share. And then, see, I'm figuring this out. I'm going okay. There we go. Is that working?
Yeah.
Is that working?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
See,
there he is.
there he is.
The finger going up there. Yeah.
So the
When he
story
got the
behind this
guns.
was I was trying to get a certain design for the card that I wanted, like a whole bunch of things, and then the team wasn't being too responsive because they had a lot going on. And then someone informed me later that that's kind of only an American football thing. But I was like, I kind of wanted the coach, like if it was going to be me in it, like someone dunking like a Gatorade drink over the top of the coach, sort of like celebrating sort of thing, and like a couple of players in the background. See how they're like celebrating in the background, sort of like that. But then like someone dunking like a Gatorade container over the coach while he's like holding up like a trophy or something. And then they're like, oh, well, I can't say Gatorade on it, and it's a bit tricky and this and that. And so then they ended up with like a design of me that I sent a bunch of photos in, and this one was kind of close to one of the photos that I did, and then they've chopped it and edited it and whatever they did to it. But then I put the little Croatian insignia on the sleeve because that's where my parents are born, and I thought that would be kind of cool. I know my dad's like a hardcore soccer fan, so and he's a big member down at the Croatian soccer clubs all around Australia. He goes to all the events all over the place. So and I'll put my last name on there because that's my last name. It's not Jay, it's a Jurinovic. But that's my last name. I was like, it fits with all the players' names in there, you know what I mean?
Does.
So it's like all the other player cards in there. They've got all, and then so it kind of fits. And yeah, so there you go. I'm a player card in the game, and that's the coach card. So, and the competitive edge, they asked us about abilities and stuff that we wanted the cards to do, and then I had an idea for like if I had an ability. So in the game, if the opponent scores, I'm not sure if it's going to be something along this lines or not, because they haven't really explained the abilities. But let's say, when you're playing soccer, right, and then let's say it's 0-0 and it's a draw for ages. When your opponent scores and let's say there's not much time left on the clock, well, your best bet is to push all your defenders forward and try and get one back because you're going to lose anyway. So you risk popping a goal to push your front line forward to have like a 4-4-2 instead of a 2-4-4 formation. So you have heavy front line and weak back line to try and even the game. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes you end up going 2-0 down, 3-0 down, just trying to get one back. But I wanted something like that. So if let's say the opponent scores, then I want my front line heavy, and then if I score first, I want my back line heavy. So like we're defending the lead rather than. So that's why I asked if we could make that sort of like a skill, and they go, oh, it sort of sounds like this what we're planning. So I was like, okay. Hopefully that's something about what the competitive edge does. So so if you're down one, you try and score harder. If you're up one, you try and defend harder. So that was my idea behind like an ability for the coach.
So in other words, buy Chris while he's cheap.
I haven't even got a car. I've got a couple. See, I've got four regular foils of me, and I need 400. So you know how to max it out? You need 400 now.
Yeah,
$2.55
so it's like Splinterlands.
in reference. Like, is that like what's an average card? Like, is that good or bad?
I'm not sure. Let's go. We can go to the market and have a look.
Yeah, because I haven't looked at the cards at all.
I haven't looked at them either. I stake my
Coaches.
GLX every day, but
so here's all the
Gold Chris is
coaches.
20.
$1.74, $1.75, $1.99. Aggie, can you see Aggie? $1.99.
Hey, you're worth more than him.
yeah.
So one of you guys been buying up all my cards, haven't you? Gene's been buying up all his cards. Look at him. He's been buying all his cards. $4.50. He's bought all his cards up to.
Wow, what did they do to Nate?
What do they do to Nate? Where is it?
Looks like a friggin' cartel friggin' boss. Cartel muscle. Cartel muscle.
Nacho Aguilar. He looks like I wanted to start making a meme coin recently. I was trying to get one of my friends to help me make it. But you know how they made the Pepe, the coin?
Yeah.
I wanted to make a Jefe, like the
Mexican
boss. Drug cartel boss with a big mustache coin. He looks like a
Nate
Jefe,
looks like he's like a GTA 5 loading screen.
It does.
It
looks like he looks angry, man.
It's like cross me and like fuck around and find out. That's what that's what they should change his ability to that. Instead of chaos theory, it's like fuck around and find out. Yeah, he definitely looks dangerous. Like if you beat him, like he just takes out one of your star strikers. Poisons his water bottle or something.
Has them gone. They just disappear off the field.
So what's the criteria here to have a card? Because I thought it was like all soccer, but obviously like if Aggie's on there, Nate's on, is any other of the team on there? And like, do they actually have soccer skills, or are they just there because they can be?
I'm not sure who's on the team and who's like, because there was the big buying pools. I organized with the help of Instrumental a big buying pool for the GLX pre-sale, and
that got you a
because
card.
we hit a certain threshold, we'll able to design a card.
Right. Okay.
And then when Gene did that whole shenanigans with Skipples and all those other guys, that kind of pissed off literally everyone that wasn't them. Then the whole market price tanked and everything, as I'm sure you guys saw, and a lot of people weren't too happy about that. Yeah, myself included. And yeah, and then after that, the prices for everything tanked, and then it was just kind of like, then I was almost disinterested in even designing the coach card at that point. I was like, does anyone want to, buy it off me for $100? And no one even wanted to design a coach card for a few $100. Like, I was like, yeah, I was just so dirty on the game, and how they let it happen and all that, because I think Crypto Eater and myself were talking probably a month before that privately in a private chat, and we're talking about the game and the cards and all that, and we're talking about this literal exact problem. And so after that, he went and messaged a bunch of the team members saying, "Hey, this is dangerous. Like, you could easily have people exploit this for pretty cheap, And they said, "Oh, we'll look into it, pass it on to the devs guys," but then nothing ever happened. And then 1 month later, literally the same thing, what we're talking about, happened, and a whole bunch of people got really angry. So, yeah, so it was a little bit annoying, but
It was a shitstorm for a bit.
Yeah, well, it's still not really recovered. Like the GLX is
No.
down to less than, what was that?
0.08 of a cent. Yeah.
0.8, and not even a whole cent now, So it's
Yeah.
like, it was like 3 cents, for a while, and it was kind of showing a little bit of strength and promise. And then, I guess now, like the strength and promise is going to come from, I guess, the team's development of the game. The game's got to be fun, and a few more fundamentals have to be going right now, considering the rocky road that we've traversed so far. So, yes, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I know there's a little bit of focus on the cards now because there's, like, for example, in this, there's 955 in circulation, but to max it out, you need 400. Like there's not going to be many max cards at all of these coaches, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
that's very low.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
it's
your
gonna be
gold
interesting.
foil
And
is
then
20
even
bucks.
if you get the gold, you still need 100 gold ones. That's two grand? No, more. Wait, 100, 200. Yeah, it's $2,000 for 100. If they're selling at $20 each for the gold one, that's $2,000.
Question: have all the packs been opened? How many packs are there? Are they still being released? What's
I
the
feel like
deal?
they're still for sale, aren't they? You can probably buy some more if you really wanted to buy some more. You're better off getting off the secondary market. So there's 434,000 packs remaining, but on
Okay.
the secondary market, they're selling for like $1.90 or something. So you're better off
Our Legion packs are $1.18 US at the moment.
$1.18.
Yeah.
I might have to go pick some up because the guild buildings are coming, and that you need to stake packs of cards in.
What?
Matt's ears just perked up like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were a long way off that, but maybe it's closer. I
Not
watched
that it's
Town Hall,
close. It's just that a pack of cards is $1.10 as opposed to we're really close and we need it. And chances are, if I buy them, I'll probably open them, which is bad. But
yeah,
I get really itchy fingers, and I have to just keep opening the packs if I have them. So maybe I'll just leave them on Hive Engine and not touch them. But yeah, I can't just sit on. Even if I won an alpha pack in one of the in the burning tournament, I'm pretty sure I'd open it instantly. There's no chance I'm holding on to that.
I bought 27 packs at the beginning of the week, and I bought another 28 packs yesterday. So.
Oh really? Just adding to your holdings? Yeah. So that's
I've opened them all.
I'll do the stop sharing. I'll do the stop sharing. There we go. Back to normal. Yeah. So you've opened them all already.
Yeah, I've got 10 that hodling. So I've got 10. I'm going to hodl 10 of each edition, and hope that they do the same thing that A's and B's.
Until you get drunk on Saturday night, you go, screw it, I'm just going to open it.
No, never going to happen. The 10. So I only open packs now when I've got over the 10. So I've always keep 10. Like in my focus today, I actually got one chaos pack, and usual like shit content. It was like ridiculous. But out of like 28 packs, like no legendaries. Like, oh no, I got one. It was and it wasn't bad actually. It was the red fiend, the fire fiend.
Okay.
Which one's that?
Yep.
Scorch fiend, yeah. But out of 28 packs, one legendary.
I know Matt has maxed out his decks, but are you guys playing in Champ as well? Is that where you guys are playing? And have you got like you filled out Chaos and Rift Watchers and Untamed and stuff? Like whereabouts are you guys in terms of your collection and stuff?
So I've at the moment I've got my Chaos Summoners maxed. And I've got a fair amount of cards maxed, but I'm still working on maxing the cards, and I've stopped buying Untamed, obviously, because they're going to fall out soon.
Yep.
And holding off on Rift Watchers because there's still plenty of time for Rift Watchers. So I've been focusing on
Yeah.
Chaos Legion.
Okay, cool.
Gio's got a better story to tell. Though.
Matt. Well, Matt, he's got the most impressive one. Matt, whoa, you just turned. It was light and then dark, and
Yeah.
something
We just had a
was-
black. We just had a blackout here for about 3 seconds, which killed the modem, which killed the Wi-Fi. It's come straight back on, but we've had
Someone must
lightning
have run over the extension cord from Melbourne down over there.
That's probably what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I keep muting myself with the when I can see there's going to be thunder. So and the dog's all curling under my feet. So yeah, I don't have any Rift Watchers, Chris. I do have a lot of CL. I got like nearly 4,500 packs that I've yet to open. I've just been because I went hard on Chaos Legion early, and so just to get airdrops.
So did I. So did I.
So now I'm just waiting till I got potions enough to open them, right? So I'll just whenever I get enough, I got 50 potions, I'll open 10 packs. You know?
Yeah.
And so
how do you not have 1 million potions? I mean, I only get like 6 or 7 diamond chests today, and I'm pretty sure more potions than I could ever use.
I started with like 6,500 Chaos Legions. So I've opened like 2,000 packs. So
That's
I've
a
5
lot.
potions.
Oh, he lost him again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
so
cute. It's a cute smile he's got on. While
it
while we
is
lost him.
nice. It's cheeky. It's cheeky.
Lost him.
What
Hopefully
about
comes
Mike?
back.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take over while he's not doing anything.
Recovering.
Yeah, I just have most of my Chaos Legion nearly maxed out. Most, and the rest I'm probably not going to. And I have started on Rift Watchers. I got to like some to gold level and some silver level even. But yeah, just the main ones I've selectively chosen. And the ones that I really like, I will max out eventually. So yeah, that's it. That's it really.
That's all right. It's good.
Didn't you max
Yeah,
out
I think,
the epic summoners though from Rift Watchers?
Oh no, I sold all mine.
Yeah, I did only have Scargoyle and Thispa.
Yeah, Thithspa. I think they're the 2 that I maxed out. I think all the rest I'm like, yeah. I think I've got like 40 BCX of one of them. And I just started selling them because I wanted to fill up some of the other gaps of the commons I was missing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think most of my Rift Watchers is complete. Most of my Chaos and Untamed is complete. There's a couple of little gaps in Untamed, but
Untamed.
Yeah, it was like some silly mistakes that I made. Like when I started playing Splinterlands, I just actually, do you know what? Before Splinterlands, the first NFT that I bought was. Have you guys used that Vivi app, like Vive or whatever it is? How they got the Batmans and Spider-Mans.
I've heard of it.
Some stuff.
I've heard of it.
So they've got they make NFTs for like Warner Brothers or. They've got like a whole bunch of anime studios and a whole bunch of things. They just got like a whole bunch of NFTs in there, and you can kind of like play with them like a 3D figurine, and you put them in your collection workshop. So the showroom in the VV world, I built up a little bit of a showroom, but I first got started with I saw this Batman on there, and it kind of looked cool. It looked cooler than all the other ones. I was like, oh, I guess I'll buy that. Because it was like, technically it's an NFT, but it's not really an NFT, but it kind of is. So I was like, all right, I'll buy this Batman. And it was like 100 and it was 89. Actually, I can pull it up now if I do the screen share thing. It tells you what you bought it for. And back to that screen share button. Let's do this one. There we go. Is that working?
Yeah.
So these are my collectibles on the Vivi thing. So like I've collected a bunch of them, and then you can make a little showroom and everything. But like they've got like DeLoreans and Batman and Iron Man and a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, this is like the first one that I bought. This guy. And it's like a 3D thing. You can move it around, but not on the browser. It's built better for mobile. He looked really cool. I was like, oh, he kind of looks kind of cool. I'll get that guy. And I think I paid $69.99 US, but with the App Store fees and everything, it ended up being like $108 or something Aussie.
Wow.
What?
And so I'm like, I just felt like an idiot. I was like, why did I spend $108 on this Batman? Why am I doing this stupid? Anyway, I'm like, cool. I got a Batman. He's rare, ultra rare. There's not many of them. There was like 1,750 editions made. I got number 553. This is kind of like before this app blew up. But I'm like,
Okay.
oh, it's like genuine article Batman. It's licensed by, Warner Brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
So the current value of it at the moment is about $1,400. If I wanted to sell it now, and this is done
Nice.
at the bottom of the bear market. But at one point, that was up to like 25 grand. People were selling at auction for about $25,000 for this Batman. I didn't
Wow.
sell it because I was like, oh, it might go up. Who knows? But yeah, man, it's the roller coaster. I'm a hodler. I always hold on to everything way too long. So yeah, I watched this Batman go up to $25,000-$30,000, maybe even at one point. Now it's back to about $1,500. But
Still more than what you got it for, man.
it is. I've lost some money on some other ones, but is what it is as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got a few things in this app, and then I'll stop the sharing now. So then I was like, okay. Then I was looking at a few other NFT things, and I found the Hive blockchain Splinterlands, and I found Splinterlands. I was like, oh, it's like a game, NFT game, like you open up cards, and so I was like, oh. And I had like a bunch of BNB just sitting there. So I transferred BNB into DEC and then sent that into my game and figured out how to link it all up, and then ended up buying a bunch of cards like through the untamed cards through the store. And then I just opened a bunch of cards. I was like, this is kind of cool. Got a whole bunch of cool cards. Like I didn't even know what a gold foil legendary was. I was just like, that kind of looks kind of cool. All right, next. And then I just probably opened up maybe 500 packs of cards just of the untamed ones, because they're like $2 each or something. So it wasn't like super expensive. I just spent $100 on the Batman. I'm like, that's another $500. So I was like, so I just threw a few B&Bs at it, and I didn't even count how many cards. I think I ended up in the untamed. I ended up buying maybe total about 1,800 packs of untamed.
Wow.
Just for because you just keep opening them. Like, this is kind of fun, And then I was like looking for strategies, and one of the strategies I used to like when I first started playing the game was like I liked my Magnor because he had the trample, and then I had I had a Jotun, so he's like exploding, trampling people, and I'm like, this is cool. So then I kept trying to play that and figure out like in bronze, and then I was like, oh, I need a healer for fire. So then I was like, oh, and I looked, and I wasn't really sure how to figure out how to find a healer for my Magnor, because my Magnor kept like dying before he got to trample everyone. I was like, damn it. He's like exploding, doing good damage, but he's not like trampling on everyone. So then I went digging through, and then I found like the Beetle Queen who has the heal for fire. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. So now I've got a healer for my Magnor. And then I found out what Affliction was. And then I was like, why isn't it still healing? So then I just kept like trying to play this strategy of my exploding fire trample Magnor. And then that was fun for a long time. I was stomping a lot of bronze and silver. And then I figured out, oh, why isn't like my cards getting the abilities? And then I figured out, oh, so like I have to get more of those cards. So I had a whole bunch of cards just sitting there for like months. And then I'm like, oh, so then I start slowly combining them, figuring out what's what. And then like I didn't even look at the value of the cards going up and down. I was just trying to play the game, have fun, like kill stuff, like earn like reward cards and chests. And I was like, I want more chests. How do I get more chests? Oh, you got to go up the league. So then then I worked towards, I was like, oh, like in Diamond, you get all these extra abilities. I just want all those. So then I just went and bought like a few more packs and opened up a whole bunch of packs, and then just like combined heaps of them into, so I had like max versions of like pretty much most of the regular foil ones. And then there was a couple of little gaps that I never ended up like filling. But like the Vigilator and that, because I had like some gold foil ones. I had like 2 gold foil Vigilators. So then I think I made that a level technically level 3, which is good enough for gold. I was like, oh, if you go into diamond, it only gets like 1 more attack. I was like, oh, it'll be good enough. You know what I mean? So you're not really too worried about that. So then there's a few little gaps that were missing in my deck for the untamed. But yeah, so I just kind of like kept playing the game, and then I just had all my cards sitting there. I stopped playing for a few weeks, and then I came back to it, and then started spending more time in the Discord, and I find out everyone's all about like trying to, get all these they're running like multiple counts, and there's people like running bots, and there's all these tournaments and all these like people making all this crypto from the game. And it wasn't even then when I started playing, the crypto that you earn from the game wasn't worth that much, and the reward cards weren't worth that much. But I was like, oh, damn, I need to get some of these cards. But I ended up, not earning too many, because most of my my playing was happening like in the lower leagues. So I wasn't getting that many reward chests. And then I tried to work my way up, and it got harder and harder, and I didn't have all the strategies to win a lot up the top. And then, so then I kind of like fumbled my way through and just ended up, collecting most of the untamed stuff. I figured out how to go and buy some alpha and beta packs from the Hive engine, which was kind of tricky to start with. But then once I got used to it, and then I saw this land sale thing. And then that was at the time when I made a bunch of money in the elongate thing. So I was like, oh, and I was trying to like, okay, so I wanted to get like a region. And then they had this deal on with Brave browser. If you pay through Brave token or basic attention token, you got like 20% discount on the region. And the region was like
What?
15 grand or 10 grand for the region.
Crazy.
But if you paid in basic attention, it was like 12 grand or 8 or whatever. So it was a discount. So I was like in the midst of me like trying to figure out how do I buy basic attention token, like send the money over and do it carefully because it's like 8-10 grand or whatever. I was like, oh, I kind of really wanted it. And then as I was figuring it out, I was like figuring out how to send it over. And then that day they sold out of the regions and everything. I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, man.
So I never got it. And I can't remember who bought the last one, but I would have been close to having a region, which would have been pretty handy. But I missed out. So no region for me. And and then recently when I was opening up and doing my land surveying, I opened up like 5 plots in one section and I surveyed them. And then the plan was 5, 5, and 5. But then I got to the next section. I was like, oh, I'll just open 3 instead of I'll just claim 3 instead of 5. I was like, do I do 5? I just did 3. I claimed my 3. And then the 4th one, like the person that did the very next one got a keep. so I got 3 like regular plots. And so the next person, they got 1 plot, revealed their plot, they got a keep.
That is so annoying.
So I only ended up having like maybe like 10 or 15 plots of land in the end anyway. So I don't have 2 castles like Matt over here, but I was close, and then I was close to having a keep, and then I didn't get a keep, and now I got basically I'm land poor, Just got all the basic land. I think I got 1 epic plot actually, but
Nice, man.
not magic or anything. It's just a epic plot.
Still good.
It is funny though with land. I keep coming back to this. Like before land was announced, right? Deck was real low. It was like it was like less than a third of the peg. And I bought up a heap because it was cheap, and then they announced land and said there's going to be this pre-sale on land and regions and all of that. And I knew it would be popular, and so I stocked up a heap of this 30 cent per 1,000 deck.
Yeah.
And so when I bought at least my first region, it would have only cost me probably $4 grand, like in that first.
Yeah, wow.
And so now when people are like, oh no, the game's just dying, man, and look at the card prices, and Chaos Legion's $1.70, I'm like, I was hearing the exact same thing from the guys who were selling me that deck at 30 cents per 1,000, the guys who were just dumping it on the market because the game's dead, it's over. Right? It's like now is the time when history's made, when legends are made. Now's the time when you go, I'm going to hit it hard.
Damn it, I still can't afford a castle though. I'm going to be regretting this. Like, castles, what? Someone sold a castle for 10 grand. I could if I sold my car, I could buy a castle. I was like, would it be worth it? And one day I'm gonna live that down. I was this close to selling my car and to buy a castle, and then Matt will be like, "I've got $12 million worth of castles right now, and you should have too. You just sold your car." I was like,
Yeah, well, I bought on behalf of the Roaring Twenties. I went in on one of Dave McCoy's pools, and we got 30 plots. I figure 30 members, 30 plots.
Yeah.
Just to collectively own. And Holazor opened them and pulled a castle. So
Oh,
on
really?
behalf of the Roaring Twenties.
Oh, wow.
So the guild
That's
has a castle
amazing.
as well. Yeah,
That's
good
so
times.
cool.
But yeah. Have you heard back from your Tinder girl? Just explain to her, look, I
Nah,
can't
she
come
didn't
pick you up.
reply. I mean,
Can't come pick you up, but I've got this
Look,
picture of a castle.
that was your brilliance. I took your word for it that that you formulated that pickup line. I
I'm
trusted it.
invested now. Yeah, and I let you
We're
down.
just gonna have to find out what happens.
You just have to update us, even outside of this.
Yeah, that's it. I'll put a comment on the Hive
Or
post.
a Hive
and the
post, yeah.
PG post.
I mean, what if you guys end up getting married and then years down the track she
Yeah.
finds this recording and it's
Oh, maybe she's the one then.
I don't know.
And
I mean,
she'll
she
be
probably
like,
won't like Bob then.
Oh, look, who knows?
I'm a
We'll
Barbie
find out.
girl in a Barbie world, feeling plastic, made of plastic.
Look, some people aspire to be Barbie, some people aspire to be Ken, and I guess she just looks like a Barbie. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Should we battle?
What was that?
Matt.
Should we battle?
You want to battle? You want to battle?
Yeah.
You want to smash me?
Fight you for Barbie.
You fight me for Barbie. Look, if you win, you can have it. That's fine. She might not reply to you either.
Chuck another cruel crustacean on the Barbie.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have a max crustacean. They're expensive. I think just looking at my
A cruel cephalopod then. Chuck a cruel cephalopod on the
we
Barbie.
can afford a max one of those. That's only like $20 for a max one of those, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're pretty cheap. Where are we? Battle. Oh, we go challenge mode. Where's the challenge tab? There's a challenge tab. There we go.
Yep.
So the level limit are we doing gold or silver or
It's up to you.
So what do you normally play at? Don't you play at champ?
diamond or champ usually? But if you guys said you don't have your max card, so then you can't do that.
No.
Matt does.
I'll take a diamond challenge.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I play a diamond in ranked, so
Okay. So what's your IGN?
Just Matt Clark. 2 T's and an E on the end of Clark.
MATTCLARKE.
Perfect.
MATTCLARKE.
Yeah.
All right.
Nailed it.
choose gladiators as well in the card pull down.
Oh, I already hit. I'm going to cancel and do it again.
No, that's all good.
It's all good.
Don't have to, but yeah.
It's
a
just
bit of fun.
Matt's
All
only
right,
got
it's
a level
happening,
1
it's happening.
Cora,
Should I do the
so
screen?
if you choose gladiators, you might be able to beat him.
So do I do the screen share, or is he going to do the screen share?
Definitely. Yeah, share screens.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Matt will watch you picking your team. So wait until.
Yeah, I'm so rusty. Odd one. We've got odd ones out. We've got Stampede and we got Enrage. So I'm so rusty at this game, but let's see how I go. I always try and make fun builds rather than like the meta builds.
Well, that's the good thing with the challenge feature. It's not costing you energy. You're not losing points or anything. Challenge is a great way to just
street cred.
experiment.
It costs me street cred. See, I like to mix it up, a little bit of
Well,
this, a little bit of that.
If you beat Matt, you can upload the image to your Tinder profile and send it to this girl and go, hey, look, I just beat Matt Clark in Splinterlands. Now, if that doesn't
Okay.
give you street creds,
Bragging rights.
yeah.
And that man has a whole lot of PP.
He's got a big PP, does he?
He's got many PPs, yes.
Keep it.
He has modular PPs.
modular.
Just twist and twist on.
So we have
twist
a minute left. This is getting tricky. Who do I want in here? I can have one of these guys in here. I can have. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, some of my guys. It's not. It's not good. 3. We can do this guy. Another 3, I guess. See, I'm behind the
really
eight
feel
ball
like
in this
the-
game.
I feel like the guests' concentration faces are pretty much the best thing about this show.
Mm,
And they're like,
what do I
Michael
do?
Jordan tongue.
Evil.
All right, it's happening. It's happening. Let's see if this works. All right, hit the battle button.
I'll share screen then.
Okay, that'll do the share screen. All
Yeah.
right. Where's the share screen button? All right,
Down the bottom, green.
there we go.
Alrighty. So what we normally, just bring it up so we can see the rule set. So hit rumble and then pause when the rule set comes up.
Hit rumble and pause. Okay. So he's got some of
Oh,
those
you've both
old
gone with the
school. He's got
Almos.
dragon jumper
Wow.
in there.
Okay.
What was that?
Oh, Elmo gets
Both
enraged
gone
and
with
it becomes really
Elmo.
hard. It becomes really hard to hit because he's enraged.
Yeah.
But my guys will be mostly attacking his other cards. Like I've got 2 opportunists there that'll be
Yeah,
attacking
so
his weaker cards, and he'll be only going for my Elmo. So I'd expect I'll win this one.
That was interesting.
Yeah, most likely. Most likely. My speed's not going to be enough. Pellicor. You don't have heals for your Elmo.
I'm
No.
gonna go with the fork.
No heals. I've got armor repair, and heals and extra health.
That's a good point.
Could be. I guess. Wait, we do 2 speed or 1? We'll do 2 speed. See what happens.
Dragon jump is pretty scary, man. And
Yeah,
also
he's got the
that
stun.
yeah, and the other one.
And you've got the.
There's no
extra
thorns there to
speed.
worry about.
Oh, my healer's gonna
Oh.
die anyway. Straight
Hey,
up.
how about 3 speed? It's like blistering slow.
Yeah, there goes your Medali.
Yeah, my yeah, and all your guys are gonna get, everyone's gonna get enraged.
I'm going to hurt from Magic Reflect if I do manage to hit your Elmo again. But I'm
Yeah.
just picking off your back
Oh.
row with my
There
opportunities.
goes your Urias, and you never got any poison in.
Yeah,
He wouldn't
RNG
be able
is
to
not
poison
your
Elmo
friend.
anyway.
You did have the
yeah.
idea
I'm
though.
never gonna hit Elmo with 2 speed.
Yeah, but Elmo can't get poisoned because he's got immunity. So
Yeah,
Yeah, but Urias is sneak, so he's going for the back.
no, he's not
Yeah.
though, because the Lily Shield Paw gives
Ah,
all my
yes.
cards camouflage.
Yes.
So
yeah.
when I see Enrage, if I play Elmo up front and Lily, then I know that
Yeah.
he's effectively, unless he plays a whole lot of scattershot, he's just going to be aiming for my first card and not hitting anything. So if he'd
Yeah.
have played some True Strike, he would have been able to hack through Elmo because I don't have
Yeah.
any heal for him. But yeah, this is over.
I haven't even. See, you've done pretty well because like my Elmo just doesn't matter how much speed he gets, he just never dodges anything.
You to trade him in for another Elmo. Swap him.
Yeah, I don't know what I need to get I need to get a shiny gold foil one. I'm pretty sure there's not
Nice
enough
name.
gold foil Elmos on the market anyway.
Probably
look at that,
isn't.
10
I can't
damage.
believe
Look
you've
at that,
both got
get out of
maxed
here.
Elmos. Like
Yeah,
mine's
pretty
level 1.
crazy.
GG buddy, that was a thorough stomping. That was good.
You guys
Thanks,
have
mate.
Elmos?
These guys only play in modern, so they're although Elmo's modern, isn't he?
Yeah, still.
Yeah,
but,
untamed. But he's
challenge.
only
Who
level
else am I
1, so
challenging? Who else am I who's a challenge next? We go
Bob.
to all cards.
alright,
Gold?
yes. Diamond.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wait,
But don't forget, stop sharing screens, otherwise I'll see what you're doing.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Why is
that's
that not-
right. Yeah,
It says a red X.
that's strange. That's correct.
Oh, there we
Oh
go.
yeah, there we go. Yeah. And select gladiators.
Stop. All gladiator cards only.
Yeah.
Or but if you hit
And-
all cards, doesn't it let you do that anyway?
No, you've got to choose gladiators, and then that is all cards plus gladiators.
Okay. I guess we do diamond sand. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing now.
You don't have
You
to.
stare at my face again. You guys might go 3 for 3. I'm so rusty with my playing. I've barely played over the last probably 2 months.
That's
I've
fair,
had,
man.
You've
I've
been
had a
VODing.
scholar playing my account.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Oh,
Um,
wow. No
All right,
magic.
so
Sneak, return
no
fire.
magic, sneak, and return fire. Okay. It's a lot to remember on my poor brain this late at night. Return fire is a good one. I feel like if you just use Lily, that just gets rid of the sneak.
They've all still got, like, all the melees are still attacking though from the back row. They're just going forward instead of back. Jared Scar, maybe. I'd be looking for Jared Scar in there.
Are you guys still choosing?
I haven't picked any
Yeah.
cards yet. I don't even know what I'm
Okay.
gonna do. Let's see let's have a bit of fun with this. See if this works. You're probably gonna you just want to put your core. You probably got like a max core that you want to use, isn't it? That's why you want it there. So do this guy. This guy. Tatiana Blade. I haven't used her. Everyone has sneak. I could probably use that. She only has 6 health though. She sucks.
And that's the one who attacks twice.
Well, I click on a card and it takes like 4 seconds. Like my laptop, this thing is really, really struggling.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Sneak. Let's see if we can do this. This might be fun. I don't have much damage output, but you know, a little bit funny.
It's funky.
All right.
All right.
Where are we? Now we do the screen share thing, right?
Yeah, I
Screen
can get it
share.
this time if you like.
There we go. All right. What do we reckon?
Oh, that's interesting.
Jared Scar.
Well, oh man, that I don't know.
We got to remember my Elmo can't dodge anything.
Desert Dragon is intense.
Well, Jared Scar has True Strike, so he's going to hit Elmo.
Yeah.
However, that Scargoyle with Enraged, I don't know. Depends.
So it's going to take 3 turns for Jared to kill Elmo.
Yeah, but he's getting help. He's getting help from that Dampier Stalker. She's going to hack through too, so it's just a question of who's going to finish him off.
If she hits him once, then his speed will go up a lot too.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
She can't cripple him because he's got immunity. I'm going to have to give it to Chris. I love Jared Scar in this, but I just don't feel like he's going to get the momentum up.
No, but you remember, my Elmo can't dodge anything, so Chloe's going to die.
Yeah, true. And you never know that agent, what's it, Chaos Agent in the back end that the Bob has,
Yeah.
he could just dodge everything forever. Like that's just what they do.
And it's got backfire as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Desert
I'm going to give it to
Dragon
Chris.
is pretty vicious. You know what? just
I only
because
picked up Phineas Rage not too long ago, actually.
He's brilliant. I only got mine up to, I think, level 6, and I didn't
Yeah.
go beyond that because Untamed is gonna go soon. But I
It's
love
not gonna go.
Phineas.
It's still gonna be wild, mate. It's still
Yeah,
important.
if you've
true.
got to play him wild, nah, man. Stick
The
to
money,
Oh,
modern.
because he's
Rumble-
not
it's a
cheap.
Rumble that-
Phineas isn't cheap, so the money I'd have to spend on him for a
Yeah.
card that's got a like an expiry date. That money, if I
Oh,
spent it on
He's
Chaos
not- he's
Legion,
not
you
having
know?
expiry
he's
date.
right.
Leave
It's
him
not
alone.
expired, but if you
He's
have a
just
strong,
going to the retirement village. It's
Yeah.
not dead. All right.
Uh,
All right. Let's hit the Rumble button and see what happens.
all right.
I
You giving
reckon
it to
it's,
Bob Dengio?
yeah, this is a retaliation game. If that dragon goes off, then
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I don't
see
know.
you later.
Oh,
Dead
Oh,
Chaos
what?
Legion.
No
second hit on
way.
Almo.
I want my money
Oh,
back.
2 misses.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
shut. Oh,
Chaos Agent
Retaliate.
gone.
Look at that.
First, like,
Get out of here. They're just stomping on each other.
Double retaliate.
what's going on?
Ooh.
Oh, okay, yeah,
No.
okay. The J Dog has it.
No.
Got him.
You know what I full disregarded? Shatter on that Lord Devil dude or whatever his name is.
Not over.
Bloodlust.
And now he gets Bloodlust.
Yep. I don't know. The game's not over yet.
Yes, it's not over.
Look at
Ooh.
this.
Once Jared gets ahead of steam up, it's can get pretty brutal.
Oh yes, he's won.
Retaliate.
He's literally won.
No.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Game
Jared.
over.
Yeah.
That was close.
Wow. I thought that
Nice.
was like all over. Jared. Yeah.
What a weapon.
Yeah. Wow. I gave up on that halfway through. It was like, no.
You know what? I thought you
Oh,
lost.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I thought you lost, Bob. But no,
Yeah.
that thing came in clutch.
It's my inexperience and my desire to pick fun teams is costing me.
All right.
Last
We've got
chance.
10 minutes on the
No.
clock. So time for a game of Geo.
All
All
right.
right.
And then we'll have to
Uh,
wrap this one up.
TIOTRIX.
I
Oh no,
know.
Pufe Puse.
How do I spell that?
POOFAY
Who? POOFAY POOSAY. Cool. And
Gladiators?
diamond or gold or
Diamond.
diamond? Are you doing the gladiator ones as well?
Yeah, why not? You
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna stop the screen sharing.
Yeah.
Not like it
He's
matters
onto
anyway.
it.
You guys can watch.
Oh, why'd you say anything? No.
Yeah, I gotta try and think of like. Oh, obviously we'll see the rule set. I like to pick the fun. I like to pick the fun combos. You know.
Wow,
Oh,
this is a shit.
Did
Back
you
to
get my rule
basics.
set? Did you, Gio?
Lost
Yeah,
legendaries.
Back to basics.
Only
Oh
monsters magic.
no.
Is this
I hate
such
it
a
when you get
mi-
melee
this is
only with back to
mindless.
basics. It's
is
basically
literally-
just 6 different games.
Yeah, it's mindless. This. It's just like okay.
So only magic, no legendaries, no abilities.
Well, you got to go either
Oh.
Thaddeus or Obsidian. Depends whether you're playing offensive or defensive.
Whoa.
I'm angry.
No, I've only got like 7 cards to choose from.
Yeah, I don't have many either, man. You've got more
Wraith.
than me.
Wraith is good if it's magic only. Back to basics.
Oh, he's got the void.
'Cause It gives
Yeah,
gives
Mhm.
everyone armor and void armor.
yeah, which is equivalent of weak magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've
Great smoke.
chosen.
And then you can play
Yeah, there you
Adelaide as
go.
well with Resurrect because she's magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
but she
done.
doesn't. She won't get it in back to basics though.
Yeah,
Ah.
I'm done.
Back to basics. I hate back to basics.
Oh,
Yeah,
it like takes the.
Gladiators are
It
just
makes-
another card too.
No,
Yeah,
it's-
no
it's a cool-
bloodlust.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's cool, but for a challenge like this, you don't want to take that away, right? You want, yeah.
But it is
Oh,
the extra
you know-
level of thinking.
No, there's not. There's no thinking the back to basics.
Well, the summoner
It's just-
becomes really important because you still get your summoner buffs in Back to Basics.
Yeah, but that's hardly any thought put into that. Look,
And then dual attack cards, like
they don't work.
they do.
Not back to basics.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you can choose them?
Like magic and
Yeah.
melee, ranged
Yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
but it's
Let's see how this one goes, shall we?
not as intricate as like, having the abilities on every card.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Oh, you got
usually
your
the one that
core
gets the
in there.
crap rule set, so I'm glad that like that's moved on.
You got your shatter.
Wow.
you got-
Who's sharing?
Someone gonna share? Anyone?
yeah,
Doesn't matter.
I think you're gonna wreck me on this one. You got what do you got?
I'll share.
Immortalis on there.
We'll see. I mean, you do have
Screen share.
magic reflects. Are you sharing on me? Okay, you.
Yeah. No, because the magic reflect's not gonna be strong enough to doing anything. Because if you've got
Well, we
you've
don't
got
know.
the void on there, it's probably nothing's gonna happen.
Shall see.
And yeah, because you got high health as well. Because all my guys have low health. I had like no cards to choose from in my depth thing for some reason.
Slip Spawn
Must
is
be, like-
really, really good in Back to Basics because he's not taunting,
Yeah,
so he can just like smash safely.
yeah, you got like a ton of magic damage, and then
And then if you play Obsidian with him, then you're getting
yeah,
getting
it's pretty
four.
much game over. I reckon
Yeah,
straight
it's-
up.
Yeah, why didn't you go
boring.
Obsidian? You would have had
Hey?
like
Ah,
3 cards with 4 magic attack.
why would I want that when he's got magic reflex? I'm gonna do more damage and it's just gonna go back in my face without.
Yeah,
any,
you didn't know he was gonna have magic reflect though.
Well, that's why I went with void. So,
Now he
so
lucked out. Now he lucked
well,
out.
that's why I
Let's
went
do
with
it.
void, so I didn't have to worry. I'm
Yeah,
trying to.
I'm-
I'm trying to.
I was nearly gonna pick Mimosa, but then I looked at Mimosa.
Mimosa
and
would have been good. Yeah.
yeah, it would have been good, but yeah. See now, all the
look at
magic
that.
doesn't do any damage. Doesn't reflect any damage back.
Oh wow.
See you later. Outta
Oh
here.
no.
No damage coming back at you.
When you
Not
played
with 2
Cora,
damage.
when you played Cora, did you realize she wasn't getting Bloodlust?
100%, but I chose
Right.
it for the health.
Yeah,
And because she had and melee, man. Like melee
yeah,
magic.
yeah.
Cool.
That's what I was saying.
Um,
The dual attack cards are
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See,
Yeah.
I just
All my death monsters had like really low health. I was like,
dude,
see
J-Ron,
what happens.
I don't feel
GG.
fulfilled from this match we had. It's what it's just like, yeah.
We got time, Bob? We got time to go again?
No, we got 3 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah,
3 minutes.
But-
Time to wrap it up.
I think this is the first episode ever where we've actually all won. So we've definitely got to get Chris back on the show again.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
Every week.
Every no, that's so
New
No, that's
co-host.
okay. Look, I'm happy you guys all won. I
Oh,
feel like a winner no matter what. So,
that's the spirit.
yeah.
Ah.
So I feel blessed for you guys having me on here. It's been great fun.
Man, we've loved
Thank
having you
you,
on.
man.
Just,
It's so
yeah.
chill having you on, man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
man, you
Yeah,
just
that's-
I
that's
just love
good.
your attitude, your mojo, your energy. It's brilliant.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
hmm
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Well, feel free to give me a call back when you want me to jump on again.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I obviously I do the Splinterlands TV stream. I haven't done much of my own streams or shows or anything like that. That's on the maybe to-do list at this point. I haven't really kind of jumped into it, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, and bit of fun and games, and yeah, I enjoyed it.
And you want to rep your Insta and all the rest of it
Yeah,
as well
again.
before we go?
If people want to stalk me on the internet, it's Unreal_Chris J on Instagram. And you can see my shenanigans that I get up to on the weekend, usually just sharing some stories and stuff on my Instagram. Just a bit of a laugh. Yeah, and then like all my clients with my boxing and my Muay Thai clients, little clips and snips on there. And yeah, I think that's all she wrote, isn't it? We got a minute or two to go, and
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just gonna-
you have to let us know again for Matt's sake about the Barbie.
Oh yes, of course. Yes,
And
I'll keep you
and
updated.
and whenever you do get into like some fights, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you want to come back on and share about how that went, I'd like to talk about that.
Maybe
I
I
mean,
won't want to share how that went. Maybe I will
well,
want to share how that went.
because I usually watch the UFC once every Sunday, so you
Yeah.
know, so yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, for sure. It's always good to see someone you know get knocked out, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be a cool talking point.
No, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Yeah,
Confidence,
that's our boy.
it's confidence,
It's our
not arrogance.
boy.
That's
He's got
right.
Yeah, got to paint the right picture. And thanks for
Confidence, not
joining
arrogance.
us on Splinterlands 101 for episode 75. We will be back next week, every Friday. And do please like, comment, subscribe, and all that, because every week the commenter who generates the most engagement on the post will receive 10% of the post rewards. We'll see you next week. I'm Boba Fett.
See you guys.
Out.